issues.
Tell them what happened with that clause then.
So what happened with this offer? So it ended
The
up.
clause being.
Well, she'll tell you.
So this other offer that got accepted, and it wasn't until, and I don't know what it was that made me think about it, but that morning I thought about it, and I called you earlier and I couldn't get a hold of you. So then I'm sitting down with my clients and I said, okay, before we accept this offer, we need to put in a clause to protect you as the seller. They are selling with a shortfall, and we need to make sure that you guys can clear it. They've told me right from the beginning they should have no problem getting a loan for the shortfall. Well, what they didn't understand was they are approved for the shortfall, but they're not approved for the interest differential, which is tens of thousands of dollars.
Okay, what do you mean by shortfall? Is that what they're
So
selling
they
their house
purchased,
for?
They purchased for $320, or their mortgage is at $320.
Yeah.
And they're selling for $300. So there's the shortfall.
Okay, so they got.
So they were okay to get a loan for the shortfall between that and the commissions that they know that wasn't going to be an issue. The issue was getting out of their mortgage. So their penalty, the interest differential right now is so high.
Isn't it just 3 months though?
No, there's that interest penalty plus
Because of where the
interest
interest rates are now. So you have to double check that. So this is something,
When you
so
sign up for your mortgage.
you really need to ask. And I said to my husband, I'm like, do we know? He's like, well, he says it doesn't matter for us because we're not looking to sell anytime soon. But he said, whatever the mortgage is, my husband deals with that because he works for Scotiabank, and so he's comfortable, he knows where we're at. But I said, I never even thought to ask this. I ask my clients always, you understand there's a penalty. Like I'm sure you guys do that. You present it when you're talking about the costs that are borne to you. And I put these costs in here. You have your penalties that you have to pay, and everybody, yeah, no problem. In the past, I've only ever had a $500 penalty, I think, any time that we've ever done it. And actually, if I've remortgaged with the same lender, they usually reimburse it back to me. But that was after numerous years in a different economic time, interest rates were always different, et cetera, et cetera. This situation, if I had not thought to write in a clause, and I called Rick, I ended up calling Rick on Sunday morning, and I apologized to him, I'm like, sorry for calling you so early in the morning, but I just had a multiple offer situation. This one we're going to accept. What do I do to cover my clients? Because they now have to get approval for this shortfall. And they're saying, yes, they've been approved, but I mean, just hearing from your clients that you've been approved means nothing, right? And sure enough, it meant nothing because in the end, they didn't get approved. So now the deal's done, the house is off the market, and if I did not put that in there,
They would have been not able to transfer.
and they're legally bound to it, right? If you don't put something to cover your sellers,
Okay, so
the sellers have no out. It's only the buyers that have an out.
So what has happened at this point then?
It has to come off the market, and my clients have to figure out their own financial situation. So they have 3 options. They have foreclosure. They can look at getting somebody to co-sign with them that have collateral that they can use, or renting out the place. And in order to rent out in a complex that doesn't have rentals, then you have to go through a whole new process, which she did not want to get into. Hardship, yeah. So I told her there is an option, and more than likely the strata, they have to.
They have no choice.
Exactly.
They have no choice with hardship.
Because it's a hardship.
Yeah.
But she still didn't want to have to go through that, because when you do that, it gets put into your complex notes that you're in hardship, because everybody has to be told. Really sticky situation, so big
What
thing.
a mess.
So that was your sellers who had the shortfall?
Yeah, so whenever you're
And how
going to
does
list
this-
right now, make
I
sure
thought you
you
just
know
had a
that.
3-month